We have seen some topic yesterday, right? This different type of tables we have looked at yesterday. So today's new features is like that time travel and fail safe. So what about the time travel and fail safe? So the time travel is very important features in that snowflake item. So generally we created the table, right? We created any table that is a permanent table. That that is the data redemption period time. The data redemption period is 90 days until or unless any changes on the table. Okay, the total redemption period time is 90 days for permanent table. Then once it is done 90 days, what happened that the data which will be moving into the fail safe zone. The fail safe zone mean it is organized by the snowflake. It is under control of the snowflake. Fail safe zone mean maybe your hardware is any failure, node or failure, or in some case any disaster, business disaster. At the time, if you want to recover the data, you can recover it from that fail safe zone. Okay, so first we can see about that time travel. This time travel concept. Okay, this is related to history, data history concept. So basically what happened, these are the three different layer. The second layer is the time travel redemption period. So mostly we are creating the table, we are loading the data. What the data redemption time is a 90 days, 1 to 90 days. For the transient table and temporary table, we have the lifetime is only 1 day, but the permanent table we have the 90 days. Okay, but you can reduce a day if you want to reduce a days for permanent table. Suppose I want to set the 5 days data period, you can set it. There is some command over there. We need to use that. We will see in the next in upcoming step. Okay. So this one fail JEP, third layer is the fail JEP zone. This fail JEP is nothing between this redundant is completed. The data which is moving into the fail JEP zone. The fail JEP zone is nothing between this is no, you can't retrieve the data programmatic manner. You need to communicate with your snowflake team. The snowflake will be responsible to recover the data. So data recoverable only by snowflake. Okay, because if there is any disaster, business disaster or any hardware failure, or in some case in critical situation, we can recover the data by the snowflake. For example, this is a time travel concept. I'm telling you clearly. So this is, for example, so day one. Day one, you are creating one employee table. You are inserting the 3 records. Okay, on the day one. Then right now this is a permanent table. So you can assume that this is the 90 days is a redemption period. Okay, on day 5 again you are inserting 5 more records. So in this case, what happened? From the day 5, you are making some changes on the table, right? Again, the redemption period will be changing the 90 days. Until or unless the any changes on the table, the redemption period is 90 days. Suppose day 5, you are making some changes, the redemption period it will be resetting to 90 days. Because no, day 1 is 90 days, right? 5 days is subtraction, is still remaining the 85 days, right? But the thing is, no, you are inserting the 5 more records. So again, your table will be boosting and it will increase the lifetime. So day 5 is a 90 days. Okay. Then day 10, again, what you are doing, you are updating the 2 records. Correct? You are updating the 2 records. Okay. Then day 12, further you are deleting 1 record. And day 16, for that, you are inserting the 2 record and updating 1 record. Suppose, okay, what I'm doing so this day 16, you are checking the records. This delete record is not presented. It's already gone, right? It's already gone. So I want to recover it mean you need to go back in the 10th day 10th mean you can recover this data, right? Suppose what happened, what I'm saying you, day 16 you come that process, you are selecting the table, you couldn't see the record because this you already deleted 1 record. The day 12 record is missing. But if you want to retrieve the day 12 record, what happened? You need to shift 2 step back, right? The day 10 means what is the status? Okay, what is a day 1, day 5 and day 10? So what is a consolidated result? It should be there in the day 10. If you want to shift back, mean you can shift back in Snowflake. Okay, there is some method over there. You can roll back. You can roll back that day 10 and you can check this history for the data. Which data for this deleted record? So this is a key. We can see that, right? You can history data we can preserve by using the time travel concept. You can history record. If I want to see the day 1 record, day 1 record mean you can roll back to the day 1. You can see that. Okay, we'll see in future. Yeah, that one. I am directly go to example. Then you will be getting to clear. This one, Snowflake time travel enables accessing historical data. Okay, data that has been changed or deleted at any point within defined period. It serves as a powerful tool for performing the following task. You can restoring the data related object, any tables, any schema. Suppose if you are dropping or something mean, you can roll back by using the time travel concept. Suppose that may have been accidentally or intentionally deleted, duplicating backing up data per key points in the past. Analyzing data uses manipulation over a specified period of time. So suppose I'm going to create one table, okay? Go this one, account admin. So what I'm telling you in this diagram, this is the, suppose day 16, but this record is missing, right? You don't have history mean, if you want to shift back on day 10 and you can see this record detail. Then you can roll back and you can so in this case you are not reducing the data loss, right? The data loss is not happen because Snowflake has maintains a 90 days record for each and every changes. It is a redemption period is 90 days. So your data is not lost, the data is not going to lose it. If you want to retrieve the deleted record also, you can roll back the two-step, you can back to two-step back, then you can retrieve the deleted record. So there is a best advantage, the best significant feature in Snowflake. Okay, let's check this one. Okay, I am going to create one table. You can that on properties, right? Data redundant time in days equal to 90. So you can set the days. This is a permanent table. You are mentioning anything right here. If you want to transient and temporary, you need to mention the keyword. But permanent, you don't want to mention the keyword. So this is the additional step. Data redundant time. How many days you are going to redundant? The maximum Snowflake will be providing 90 days.
It's a default one, right, Sarwan?
Yeah,
Why we need to mention again?
Yeah, it's a default one. If you are not
Why we
mentioning,
need to mention?
yeah, if you are not mentioning, you can also mention that. Okay, you can show table. No, the default is 1 day, right? But we can extend up to 90 days, now. Yesterday we have seen the also. What happened here? You need to specify here. The employees table. So default is one day only. You if you want to increase maximum 90 days, you can mention that maximum. And so you can increase that, exceed maximum allowable redemption time.
You can drop the table and then again create that one.
Okay, okay. So I think we have already table per transient, the same name. So that's why the problem right now. We have already the transient table is there, the same name. So that's the problem. Okay, we can see that other name. Employee. We can, let's check. So you need to set the properties, bro. Maximum 90 days only. But here is if you are not setting the property, will be taking only 1 day here. Okay, you can check that. But maximum permanent table is 90 days only. You can increase that. What happened again? One second.
It might be the account what which we are using. Like we are using that free trial, right? That's why it is not allowing.
Yeah. Might be. Yeah.
It might be one reason, right?
Yeah, depends on
Yeah.
process setting at all. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because for the business and then they might give that
Yeah, the business
that
should be there 90
that time
days. Yeah.
travel.
Yeah. So I can reset it again. So yeah, exceeds the maximum allowable participant. No, it's not increased that. It's not allowing to increase. 1 second. Let's check.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got the point, Sevan. That one.
Okay. Yeah, the thing is no. So basically, if you are trying to reset it 95 days, it's not allowing. 95 days is not also allowing that. But I don't know. Maybe pre-trial, maybe it's only 1 day. So maximum permanent table is 90 days. Okay. If you are trying to increase that 91 or 92 mean, it's not allowing. But I don't know why it's not allowing here. Let's check some other different database. Let's check any demo DB. Try to increase that. Maybe development database is a transient database, right? So that's a transient maximum 1 day. That's the reason might be. I don't know. The demo DB. 3 days. Okay. So the thing is, what I'm expecting, you can set the data redundant time in days equal to 90. Okay, it's not allowing the 95. So if you want to later, if you want to change the table, right? Redundant time, you need to alter the table. Alter table, the table name, then set then this one data redundant time in days equal to 30. You can reduce the time, but you can't increase beyond the 90. Okay.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. So basically, this one also I am. Let's see. Okay. Why is not allowing 90 days? They should work, I think. This why is not allowing us to that. Let's check. No, it's not trying to, it's not allowing maximum 1 day, bro. But it should allow 90 days. Okay. Yes, up now I am doing that 1 day right now for the testing purpose. Okay. Then I am inserting some record. We are inserting the record in the this table, right? Employees new table. Okay, then select the table accordingly. You can do that. Height record is inserted. Okay, height record is inserted. You can show tables, right? Show tables. You can check the table details. The employees new. So the employees new table is a redundant and 1 day only, but this is a transient kind of database. Should not transient. Okay. That's why transient is a maximum 1 day. That's why it's allowing one. But anyway, you can assume that it's a permanent. This is the 1 days we set it the table, right? But you are inserting and show the table. But you can try it in your account. Okay, it should work. I'm not sure why it's not working. You can try with your side also. It should work for 90 days. But what is the problem? I don't know really. Then you can this command is nothing between you are grading the transient table. For the transient table and temporary table, we have the list days, only 1 days for the maximum time period. Time travel is a 1 day, only 1 days. I'm grading that. You can copy that. So what I'm my point mean, so permanent table, the maximum redundant time is 90 days. Okay. But transient table and temporary table, you should have the 1 days. But when we grade the table here, but I'm not sure it's not setting 90 days. But okay, but in the transient and temporary, you should have the 1 days. Okay, transient is graded, temporary you are also grading that. Okay, you have graded 2 tables. Okay, then check the show tables. Okay, the temporary table and the transient is automatically setting 1 days only. So the thing is temporary is not going to the once 1 days the data redundant time is lost is not going to fail job zone. Okay, fail safe zone means it is that zone, separate node will be maintaining by the snowflake. The data which is not going over there, if it is a transient. If the temporary permanent only, if the data is redundant period is done, then data for the recovery purpose, it will be storing into fail job zone. Okay, then if you want to alter that, you can set the redundant time in the schema level, database level, anything, wherever you need to mention that. So ultimately, in the real time, mostly we are using that permanent table only. That is a redundant time is a 90 days. So depends on the business, you can also alter that. Depends on the table, depends on the table data. You can reduce the redundant time in days. Okay, you can alter the table, alter the schema, alter the database also. You can these properties we can use that. The next thing for this one, right? So this is very important thing. So how are we recoverable? How are we doing the recoverable data for this one? Okay, this is a current time stamp. You should be printing that. Okay, this is a current timestamp. So you can set the UTC, change the UTC time zone. Alter session set. This command alter session set time zone equal to UTC. So what is this command mean? Okay, what is this command mean? select star, this is a time travel concept. Okay, so what happened here, select star from employees before timestamp 2029 10 in this timestamp, right? So whatever data is before that, the state will be going to change that. Okay, right now your select star from employee, right? Suppose whatever data which is from which is coming from before that, before this timestamp, that data will be retrieving that. So for examples, I'm telling you clearly, emp id, okay, timestamp, okay, 101, 102. So okay, this is what, this is 11th hour. So this you can reduce that 10. So if you are hitting the query against this table, what happened here? It is before the timestamp. It is a before the timestamp. What record is matching? So this record is matching, right? This record is matching. You can reduce to 1 second or something. So this will be filtering this record also. This will be coming. 102 is not filtering because this is the timestamp. It is after this one. Okay, this is the 9th, 11th date. This is the 9th, 10th. So what is the before the state, before the timestamp, the data will be fetching. So ultimately, this will be fetching, and these two record will be fetching. Yeah. So that's why if you want to check the history, I want to specific history before this timestamp. You need to run the query and just before, and inside that you need to pass the expression. The expression is a timestamp. Okay, timestamp, this one you need to denote the timestamp value, and this is a double colon timestamp data type. So this is will be returning whatever data which is available in the employees table before this timestamp. We will be retrieving that. So basically, we didn't create the account, right? It's an old one, right? So I can change the time. Today the 9th month. I'm mentioning that 7th data. Okay, I can try to run that. So at the time that data employees table is not available. From our account, based on the condition, the table is available or not, based on the data will be getting from that. Let's check that. Okay, employees table is not available. Employees available. Only employee table is only available. So let's check. You can create one more table. Okay, so you are inserting 8 record, right? So what happened here? The timestamp is 8/9/2021. 9/8/2021. You can everything you can put the 00 like that. We don't know the timestamp value, right? So okay, you can what happened here? You need to increase the date, one more date. So whatever date is a tomorrow date, right? 9/9. So before that timestamp, whatever the record will be available, will be retrieved. So just I have graded this record, right? So I have graded this record, 8 record I inserted it. So this condition will be true, obviously. Okay, employee table is not there. This table you need to put it there. Okay, this is also future data is not available. Okay. Okay, so what which time exactly is graded? You need to copy this timestamp, put it there. So this is exact timestamp. Okay, you can. Why is not coming? Okay, it's coming now. The basically So what happened here? This timestamp, before the timestamp, we have inserted the how many records inserted? 8 record, right? But basically, when we check that, the total is a 16 record in the table. The total is 16 record, right? So before the latest 8 record, before the timestamp, right? This timestamp, this time what happened before before this timestamp, what record is available? That is a time travel. That record will be coming. So when we are running this timestamp, you can see the old 8 record, whatever record is inserted. The same way you can pass the correct timestamp, which timestamp before the timestamp you can see the history data. Okay, this is one. Otherwise, there is a second approach is there is an offset approach. This if you feel like this is very complex, mean you can use this approach. Okay, there is at operator at inside the bracket. You can push the put that offset. Okay, offset to denote that this is seconds. There are the 300 seconds. So whatever records before 300 seconds, that record will be visible. So employee new table we are inserted. So before 300 record, what are the records over there in the table? That record is only written. Okay, so total 8 records before 300 seconds. You can see that just 7 seconds, just to 25 seconds, we insert all the 60 record, right? 16 record. All 16 record is coming, right? So you can see, you can follow this approach also. Offset and whatever seconds, this is a 25 minus 25 means 25 seconds ago. What are the records is available in the table? You can get it there. So you can follow the two approach before and after. Which one is preferable for you? You can do that. There is another approach is this. You can check that history record before that query ID. This query ID, right? You can copy this query ID. Okay, before that, whatever happened, that record will be visible. Okay, you can pass the query ID. Let's see the query ID here only, right? Inserting the 8 records. So what I'm telling you, you can pass the query ID, this query ID, right? Before this query ID, whatever record is there in the table, that record will be coming. So just I'm going to copy this query ID and put it there and run that. Let's see. So the thing is, no, this command is nothing between just checking the history of the data. That's it. Yeah, there is 16 record. Before this query ID, whatever maintain, whatever time travel history mean, there are 16 record is there. That's why you need to pass a before statement, this one, that's it. So what I'm telling you, this command, nothing between, there are 3 command, okay? This one before timestamp, you can pass the timestamp. Before the timestamp, whatever history maintaining the table, that record is only returned. Okay, this is the 25 seconds ago, whatever record is available in the table, it will be returned. Okay, then also same thing before this query ID, whatever query ID before captured, whatever that will be returned. So that is the ultimate idea for that. You get it what I'm saying you?
Yeah, sir. I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
that point.
You can practice that, then you will get it clear.
Yeah, I yesterday also I need the documents like
Yeah, yeah, I will send you
yesterday
today.
for
I
that.
will send you whole things today. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
This is also same thing, bro. This is also same document. So basically, what happened at timestamp, right? The timestamp, this timestamp data. Okay, what happened here? You are copy the data, you copy the cloning this table, right? So this is the clone historical object. What happened here? You are creating the new table. You are create table and restore table. You are clone from the employee table, employee. The employee from the employee table, you are not going to fetch all the record. You are just fetching the specific timestamp. This timestamp, whatever records there in the table, that record only copied into restore table. So you want to history data for the specific time travel time period only, that data only you can copy over there. So by using this subject. Suppose if you want to create the schema, okay, create a schema, restore schema, clone this employee permanent schema. So this is which one is that 600 seconds before that schema only you will be copied into this place. That's it. And at the same way, you need to create the database, new database, clone this database, demo DB. But the thing is no, before this query ID, whatever the state is there, that database will be copying over there. So you can practice this one, you will get it clear. So these things is nothing in. Suppose if you want to drop the database, bro, if you want to drop the database, okay, if you want to undrop that again, you can immediately you can undrop that. Right now is dropping the database, right? Okay, development database is gone. If you want to undrop mean, you can undrop that. There is undrop database is nothing. Okay, database is restored. So this is a restored database is coming, right? Restored the same way. So this is nothing between if you are accidentally you are deleting or dropping some table, dropping schema, dropping a table and database mean you can undrop it. You are using the undrop command. Undrop and table, you can drop the table. Undrop schema, you can undrop the schema. Undrop database in the undrop. So this will be you can undrop it once it is the redundant case, redundant period. So suppose if it is this database or everything will be moving into database is not moving, the table at all data right will be moving to the fail job zone. Before that you need to undrop that. So if it is moving to the fail job zone, you need to communicate with the snowflake vendor and you need to recover that. Okay, this one I will send all the notepad and everything. You can practice that. Okay, so today we discussed two concepts only: time travel and failed zip zone. The failed zip zone mostly we are not using this. That is completely controlled by snowflake vendor. But time travel is nothing between. If you want to access the history data, you can use some before and at and something, right? You can play with that query and you can just specifically retrieve the specific data. Suppose if you are deleting some record in the day 12, I want to check the status at day 10 mean what you need to do. If you are running the query and delete record, right? That query ID or any timestamp, any seconds or something, by using that you can check the before or something and you can navigate this data, right? You can check the data. So that is the better thing. So do you have any question today, bro? This one. This is a theoretical concept only, not much practical.
No, I am good.